Hello and welcome back. This is Shut up there! I'm trying to speak. Hello there. This is Insti and I'm continuing playing Asylum. And as you can see, we have a little close encounter with Bertrand last time, but fortunately we survived and he's locked inside. Now I think we are item in basement and explore the third floor. Well, we can explore the third floor. So let's start with that. Anything I need? The buckets were dirty and empty. An unremarkable box that had nothing inside. Yeah, I can't see that, but what if we need it? You never know. Do I want to check the other room before I venture forth in the corridor? A scent of rare incense, or perhaps something old and arcane, almost made me stop in my tracks. Every corner of this hidden room seemed to hint at ancient secrets. What foreboding revelations were awaiting inside? Okay. Yeah, just a normal place at Asylum, you know? Foreboding chair, bones, and whatnot. What the hell was this? Well, dream catchers. Probably not. What do we have here? A mystic tome, yes. Yes, indeed. Mortus Cave. A hideous sense of potential menace could be felt in the title of the book alone. You don't say. Can I turn pages? Oh, no, I wasn't mentally prepared to delve into the sinister tome. Come on, you have still some sanity left. You can take a peek. A bunch of old candles. Who could tell what they had been used for? Probably lighting or some serious incantations or something like that. Who knows? But usually candles aren't used for lighting. I didn't have any use for candles at the moment. Oh. It was an odd-looking structure, perhaps an altar of sorts, but from where? Downstairs, old boy. Keep up the pace. The people who spent time in this office had some macabre tastes. Indeed. Books of esoteric topics that I didn't want to peruse. Oh, just peruse away, my son. A pile of jars with small stuff inside. Some things were better left alone. It was evident why these books weren't in the library below. Their titles were arcane and disturbing. Scholic's Vellum, African culture, and even stranger stuff. A small statue shaped like hair. It seemed like a ritualistic thing. Oh, there's some familiar symbol down there, yeah? This symbol, it was Bertrand's drawing. Yes, Bertrand has been here. Yes. Excuse me. I feel nearly drunk at the prospect of harnessing all that power. We can't stop until his mysteries have been fully unraveled. I'm ready to exhaust all my resources, sacrifice anything and anyone until our goals are met. This is greater than mankind itself, even greater than me. This is the right symbol. I know it. The next step is to translate their logograms, which won't be easy task, considering the poor state of the stone slabs. So many millennia, epochs of abandonment. But how? This finding predates any recorded history of scientific research. There's no written account of the servants anywhere else. I'm not even sure that's the proper translation. We are completely on our own. It is imperative that we focus on the task at hand and make no compromise if we're to succeed. We may well be the first civilized and sane human beings to ever gaze into the innards of this mountain. If what I suspect is true, what awaits inside grants the means to ultimate ultimate enlightenment, the permanence of actuality at our disposal. I don't think you're sane. Servants is far from accurate word, but there's no better way to describe them with the meager information we found. Contrary to other ancient tribes, chief among the so-called Dalmar, who at least had a sense of purpose in keeping a vicious god at bay, the servants sought to commune with a benign, malignant entity. I wouldn't call this a goal per se, but rather a way to exist. The servants sense, as much as their primitive nature permitted, the formidable but alluring power of the entity. To achieve this communion, these earliest beings would make use of psychoactive substances, or entheogens, as they were referred to in recent times, to reach the state of Geneshtai, the true meaning of existence. Consider the implications of this fact. Sentient beings that existed long before any hint of our recorded history or even any form of religion had already embarked on the greatest quest of all. Entheos, the divine within, and it could be right here beneath us. Examples of entheogens include ayahuasca, peyote, and psilocybin. It seems, as far as I can surmise, that the servants require some sort of mind shield to face the abstruse presence of the entity. This corroborates my other findings, yet I can't synthesize the prehistoric entheogens exploited by servants. We lack that information. However, if shielding your mind is the key, then perhaps. The best word I found to describe the entity is falote. Granted, there's likely a better term for it, but I'm unable to make sense out of every glyph. The servants thought so little of themselves in the close presence of falote that they failed to name their race in any way. It's the supreme surrender of will, the epitome of self-hatred and shameful submission under the influence of a foreign power. Imagine for a moment the fate reserved for a culture of people that would surrender themselves at the behest of a preternatural being whose concerns were far detached from their own. But luckily, nothing of the sort ever happened. Whatever substances the primitive servants used, they didn't succeed merging with this otherworldly visitor. The entire course of our history could have been so different had an inferior mind communed. And so Falote still waits, forbearing as ever. Falote is wise, an entity enlightened far beyond our human condition and also infinitely patient. He remains rooted within the bowels of our earth until the right vessel comes, and he is willing to wait another insurmountable passage of time until that happens, and he finally breaks free to traverse the geometry of our world. Time has no meaning to him. Of course, our lower prehistoric species couldn't have toned this illimitable power, but I have other means. Who is in control? That's the key. We naively think that we are in command of our lives, but the fabric of modern society shapes our fate by means of overwhelming information. Our minds begin to malfunction, and thus we surrender to the unbearable noise sucking away our vitality, a dissonance perceived even on the mere page of a newspaper. Falote also makes use of the noise, but it is a different kind of disturbance. He delves deep into your mind. An interference, perhaps even a physical change, manifests when you face the Hara. And yet, there is distinct possibility that we can tame this power. A nascent theory provides hope. The configuration of our brains is still crude. Much as I'd like to believe my genes are more sophisticated than the boorish servants, not enough time has transpired to provide our brain cells the ability to grasp the essence of reality. We are still only able to process 3 dimensions. However, Falote operates in another geometry of existence. Its visual information is too much for our minds to absorb, yet the only way to commune with this entity is to endure his presence. It must be so old, impossible to comprehend with our earthly conception of life. Falote must have originated from the time in which the very first stars formed. Perhaps he already existed before it all began. Ambrose was right. The way to success resides in the primordial arrangement. In fact, the distant influence of celestial bodies may have an astounding implication during the encounter. This is too much to grasp even for a learned man like me. There's a favorable configuration and greater chance to prevail if the communion takes place at a specific hour, as we perceive time, in our polyhedric coordinates. The first patterns were deemed too ineffable for the limited sensibilities of monotheistic religions, but our illiterate ancestors couldn't grasp how the primal instinct of a lowly species like the servants operated, seeking meaning in the simple organisms of their era: arachnids, coleopterans, millipedes, grubs. And yet, the shape of these suggested constellations don't directly correlate with the arthropods that inhabited our planet. They are grotesque caricatures of otherwise familiar outlines, as if some vital feature of their true physical forms couldn't be conveyed on the flat surface of these slabs. Regrettably, we don't have enough time to construct an astrolabe, and so we'll have to operate with the spare details we have available. I'm in shock. The symbol itself acts like a piece of the chart. When the position is correct, it provides the zenith of the equation. It's inconceivable that the servants themselves figured this out, so the symbol must be the vestige of some elemental language designed with a baffling purpose that our spatially impaired capabilities can't hope to decipher. The only way is to realize the encounter. This vermicular shape. I've seen it before. Jesus Christ. Ah, is there a frog in the lower corner? It seems like a frog. And is that the item we are looking for? Yes, I see. But I don't understand. What do we need to find? Ooh, a paintbrush possibly used to paint that large symbol. Possibly, because it doesn't seem like they were decorating this room with red colors. Anything else? Obviously, I'm gonna go to the third floor anyways, but maybe we can check Lenny after we're done with this. Well, it's not the patients that went to the deep end. You know? Okay. What do we have here? No amount of water could save these plants. There was nothing worth mentioning. Is this some kind of a imposing mountains encircle the forest surrounding the Institute? The soothing sound of the waves did little to calm my anxiety. Well, I would imagine so, yes. I bet that in old days this gorgeous greenhouse was a sight to behold. Okay. It had been long since anyone took care of these plants. Right. A mental hospital lost amid a forest with a man inside it, lost among his crippled memories. There was a poetic irony there. Okay. Let's go back inside, it's quite loud here. I wondered about the fates of the birds which lived here. Hopefully they had flown away. Yes, let's hope so. What is this? A spigot, likely for attaching valve to adjust the water flow. Okay. The door didn't even have a knob and seemed completely stuck. There were no traces of blood, just dried mud. The whole state of the greenhouse was quite sad. Yeah. Don't tell me we have to come back here and do something with that, because it seems like it is something we need to work with, maybe. Thankfully, the outside world was still out there, waiting for my return. Shut tight, the door was. Did we came from there? I think we did. There was no way I could move all this junk on my own. It was necessary to find another way. Okay, let's go and see if Lenny is still there and we could talk with him. So we've been in the presence of the entity, so to speak. Oh, dude, shut up. You'll be fine. Oh, Lenny, do you know anything about the entity? Wait. The other... Oh. Wait. Is he not here? No, he's not. Anything else we could find from here? So nothing. Absolutely nothing. The one's glasses and... Wait. Oh, wait. Leonard Hantings, age 37. Oh, damn. Profile Leonard Hantings, or Lenny, as he is widely referred to by his peers and many staff members at the Institute, is one of the friendliest and most helpful patients currently admitted. He is very slim and has an unhealthy-looking countenance. In fact, there have been times at which other patients thought they were seeing a ghost, as Hantings was found wandering around the hospital, his striking white skin, torso naked, ribs protruding out of his chest. Hunting's manners are polite and gentle. He speaks softly and often stammers, his hopelessly melancholic visage demanding sympathy. He rarely gets in trouble, and in fact his agreeable behavior has earned him such a privileged status among his peers that staff are allowing him to perform daily maintenance tasks, turning Hunting's into one of the most valued patients in our facility. Regrettably, he suffers from crippling case of myelodysplastic syndrome that has devolved into leukemia, severely weakening his bone structure. Bloody hell. Oh, I got an achievement. Found all the patient reports. So what am I missing? Quite a lot, I imagine. How did we miss a vision there? But we have found everything else. We are missing something about Hanwell Institute. Maybe some of the drawers I never opened. I don't know. We have everything in here. We are missing something here. Okay, we got these and these. So newspapers and these. But we don't know about ourselves. I noticed that the music actually resets itself when I restart the game. Basically, it starts louder than normal. So we have to go downstairs. But I can't open the... Or maybe I can do it now. Oh, we're on the wrong floor. So something dropped down here, and we want it. We need it. Someone, presumably patient, had been thrown down there for reason too disturbing to ponder. It all indicated that something important had been left down there, but opening this trapdoor was out of the question. Okay, so we're not opening that. Or can we open this? Oh, we can use something. Keys, maybe? Well, this won't work. Let's try keys. And the lock clicked with somewhat pleasant sound as I turned the key, which echoed throughout the corridors and the gloomy area downstairs. Okay, fine. A fetid smell made me lose my balance as I prowled in the sewers. For a moment I thought about running away and leaving this godforsaken place behind me. I would say that would be probably for the best. Excuse me. Thick chains prevented me from going that route. Oh. I assumed that I could use a valve to turn this spigot. Oh, don't tell me I get a valve and we go turning through these spigots around the places, which is one is in the very topmost of this building. Oh, that wasn't a map. It was impossible to move the handle. It wouldn't budge until the pressure inside was appropriate. Sewers, greenhouse, hydrotherapy, balcony. I took the valve with me. This tube seemed to indicate that water level left in what I assumed was a septic tank. So we have to go to the sewers, we already know that. Hydrotherapy, greenhouse, but balcony? What balcony? We've seen the greenhouse valve, we've seen the sewers, hydrotherapy should be easy, but balcony? Okay. So, I'll go to hydrotherapy, and once I'm there, I'll see you there. Be right back. Okay. Ah, there it is. Okay, fine. So... that's hydrotherapy. But where is the balcony? It's either... I don't remember seeing anything on the greenhouse. There was a balcony there. What? Do we have something in here? Is this the balcony? I don't know. No. Or does it mean the inside balcony? Wait. What is this? Oh, okay. Great. I find it. Found it. Purely by chance. So the last one would be in the greenhouse. So once I'm there, I'll see you there. So we are back. It will take me a little while to get there, and then we'll have to go downstairs back. But anyways, at the greenhouse. And here we finally are, and there's the last one, I think. Come on. The valve wouldn't turn. The spigot seemed to be rusted in place. What now? Well, anything I could use? What am I missing then? Ah! Nothing. It was empty. There was no oil left in this can. There was no oil left in this can. Okay. Maybe on the other side. Yay! Now we have lubricant. I was starting to get worried that we would have to go through the plants just right through the bloody asylum to find the lubricant or whatnot. Hopefully there was actually. Hopefully this would do the trick. Yeah, I hope so too. With the help of oil, the valve turned smoothly. There was no need to use this anymore. So now we can. I think we still have it. Yes, we still. So that means we can now retrieve the item in basement and also find the catacombs because they're behind the wooden wall, which we can probably break with that cart. Now. So, once I'm at the basement, I'll see you there. Be right back. Okay, here we are. So hopefully everything is fine now. This tube seemed to indicate the water level left in what I assumed was a septic tank, okay? What do we have here? Both the hellish glow and the heat from the boiler room upstairs invaded the septic tank. Really? What a horrible fate this poor man had suffered. So who the hell are we? I thought we were the guy with the... As I grabbed the curious artifact, I sensed impending doom. A sense of impending doom assaulted me. This is the last chapter, if I checked correctly from the achievements. Okay, I felt my nightmarish journey was nearing its conclusion. This weird key was bound to unlock the final answer. Do we want that answer? Honestly, I don't think so. But we do it anyway. Oh yes, we do it anyway. Was it through here? Yes. Yes. No. Back. I applied a bit of oil to the wheel. Now, push it real good. A cart of transporting construction materials was in the center of the room. The cart was filled up with dirt. How do I push it? Oh, do I need to apply the oil here too? Just a drop of oil would be enough. Yes, No. Do I need to go on the other side? Can I go to the other side? Ah, yes. I poured some oil on the wheel. More oil. What now? Where do I... Please don't move. Ah, now we can push it. Because we want to do this. Yes. Whee! 1, 2... Let's go! Now this is a great plan, I would say, yes. Huh. Better make save here, just in case. Just in case. Okay. The answers. Lenny? Are you
Lenny,
doing?
What are you doing here?
The time has come.
But how?
This is the place where it all happened. And now you must proceed.
I don't understand. Where have you been all this time?
I've always been here. With you.
What are you saying? Lenny, please. You're my only friend.
No one here can have friends.
What? Lenny, don't make jokes like that. You're scaring me.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I? I need to understand. I want peace.
Then go. The answer lies at the end of this tunnel.
Lenny.
I must go now.
Okay. Nice chat, Lenny. What do we have here? Alice, I'm leaving behind this hasty note in the event you can follow my steps. The situation upstairs is untenable and may have reached a point of no return. With that revolting scene in the female wing, they couldn't handle it. Alice, their minds are too feeble. But they served our purpose, and I have enough details now to understand what lies inside that cave. This is the second incursion of authorities into the premises, and we won't get away with things so easily this time. My own action have raised suspicions, putting me under close scrutiny. There will be a thorough investigation. They'll ask more questions, and we can't afford to lose control over our discovery. Never. This is the end of the Institute, so I've made my decision. I'm going in. We wasted too much valuable time assessing the risks when we both know that no civilized human being has ever attempted this. Risks? Bah! Between facing the authorities and concluding an encounter postponed by unfathomable eons, the outcome of which is unknown, I choose to feast my eyes on the enrapturing radiance of Falote. It's ours. We've earned it. Remember that. Should the worst-case scenario present itself after this irrational adventure, I leave my last revelatory finding on these papers. The tumor. It's a mechanism, Alice. The tumor acts as a sort of a fail-safe device. Falote, in his endless wisdom, honed through vast passages of time that our pathetic minds couldn't grasp, understood the risk of taking control of an inferior organism. What lies beyond the cave? Is the vessel being threatened in some way? How can he know if the organism will survive. So the entity only goes so far in the reconfiguration of foreign tissue. He leaves only a part of himself as a test, or maybe as some kind of a probe which our biology develops as a tumor. This is the abnormal growth that we observed the patients. Ironically, it was him observing us the entire time. And that, Alice, is our biggest mistake. Yes, the patient relayed critical visual information to us, but the entity sensed the threat. We may be among the elite of our peers, but in the presence of Falote, we are arrogant and stupid creatures. I still have to decrypt the significance of the visions, but I believe they represent beacons. This is the part I couldn't properly translate. They are somehow part of the failsafe system. What I do know is that he wants to leave, patiently waiting until an ambitious but strong soul faces him and successfully withstand his powerful gaze. Whoever is chosen will not only participate in a cosmic symbiosis our earthly religions could only dream of, but gain an apical power transcending our human condition. I should be able to tolerate his sight, if my suspicions are correct. Ellis, not even our wildest theories could have prepared us for him. I may not be in control of myself after I enter the chamber. Take all necessary precautions to ensure that our discovery remains safe. No one can proceed beyond this point but me. W.H. Well, Hanwell. Are we the Hanwell? Or is he still there, dead, and we are one of the patients? So I'm missing one vision. One of these. Rest I have. Okay. Let's not play time and just delve deeper and deeper and see how this ends. Because we are going to be the vessel. That is certain, almost. A shrimp? It looked like a giant shrimp. Fungi of Yugoth. Yeah, I'm definitely not in control at the moment. We're gonna lose the control. Assume control. Interesting. Very interesting. We've seen that before, yes. Maybe it was right here and they took it to upstairs to inspect it. Okay. Like this is a good idea, so let's stick it in. What am I supposed to do now? No. Put it back in. I can't remember. Can I rotate it on the other side? No, don't take it away. There was no need to use wire cutter here. Do I have anything else? No. am I supposed to do here? Do we have anything else? Can I take it off when it's moved? No, no, no. I don't think I can. I can't remember the bloody painting. Okay, what the hell? What is this? Do we... Oh. Okay. I have no idea. Come on. What happens if I just stick the thing in the middle now? Because that changed, those two others won't change. Huh. Okay, so that... I don't know. I bow to you, my entity. Choose me to be as your vessel. Or maybe not. You're disgusting. It's so slimy. Okay, what now? Where the hell are we now? Oh, is this the shed? Leave the institute. Yeah. Can I go inside there? No. So it's the other door. Do you say anything? You're not saying anything. Okay. Huh. Sturdy metal wire prevented me from opening this door. Well, I guess we use the wire cutter then. Okay.
Did you find what you were looking for?
What the f... No, 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 no. What the? Okay. Right. Well, that was one hell of an ending. So either we were having a very bad trip from the rooms downstairs, or there was actually a creature that apparently chose us as his vessel, and that's why we came there, because the creature was calling us home, so to speak. I'll go with that. Anyways, I kind of like this game. It's a weird, it feels very, old school, very old school. The music is so loud. Can I skip? So yeah, indeed, the music music was too loud. The game feels very old school with movements. The puzzles, most of them were quite easy. I stumbled with few, which I probably shouldn't have, but I totally forgot the museum, that there was the samples there. I should have remembered the tweezers and whatnot, but yeah, that's it. I kind of remember those, but I decided to check it from the walkthrough, so I wasn't wasting time to running around the asylum. Anyways, I kind of enjoyed this. It's maybe not for everyone, because like I said, it's very old school game, and the controls are what they work, and you can get the hotspots, so that makes things a bit easier. I still don't know how I managed to miss at least the first vision apparently, so I probably didn't interact with the right item or something like that. I got the rest of the visions, then I missed one of the brief history papers, number 4. Maybe it was one of the drawers, because I didn't realize that you can, when you check the drawers, you can actually open quite a few of them. Or maybe it was somewhere on the floor and I just missed it. That is a possibility too. Then we missed one letter, I think. Other than that, it leaves quite open-ended. Open-ended questions, but I would say that we are indeed in the control of the entity if we want to go with the occult route. Of course, it could be just, you know, shrooms. That is a possibility also. Notes about groupie. But overall, I enjoyed my stay at the asylum. I kind of like this. Oh. It's... I don't know. What happened there? No, don't start again. Don't start again. I like it, but I'm not gonna play it again. What's happening here? Anyways, yes, I definitely enjoyed my stay at the Asylum. I was looking for a nice little puzzle game with esoteric and horror mix, and I think that this game fit perfectly what I was looking for at the time. So I kind of liked it. Again, it's probably not for everyone, but if you're looking for old school games, this might be it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.